box office news, award news, Battlefront news. You know, it almost seems like they roll out something new every week just for us. The Force Awakens has now earned nearly $2 billion worldwide, but it's still not enough to unseat Avatar from the #1 spot for all-time box office action. It still sits at number 3 behind both Avatar and Titanic, and in Japan, the film still sits in its #1 spot for the 6th consecutive week in a row. And here at home in the US, The Force Awakens is the #1 movie of all time. And Disney chairman Bob Iger says that we could be getting Star Wars movies until the end of time. He told the BBC that besides the 4 movies currently in production, and that would be episodes 8 and 9, plus Rogue One, plus the Han Solo film, Disney and Lucasfilm will be making more. But he couldn't or wouldn't say how many or how often. What do you think? How often should we get a new Star Wars movie? And do you think Star Wars should be a summer movie or a Christmas movie? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so you've seen The Force Awakens, but did you pick up what that red-eyed sand alien was putting down with that shout-out to Metal Gear designer Hideo Kojima? Star Wars' official website has published a list that contains the names of the voice actors that contributed to some of the characters in the new movie, including the voice of sound designer Robert Stambler that voices that red-eyed sand alien, the one watching BB-8 roll away, and says Kojima. Plenty of other voices on that list, many of them you'll recognize. Catherine Tabor, Matt Lanter, James Arnold Taylor, Sam Witwer, Tom Kane. We know him.
Sci-fi4me.com, your portal to the science fiction multiverse.
Even filmmaker Kevin Smith got a chance to be a stormtrooper, at least a voice. He may be too short otherwise.
Huh?
Battlefront. Remember when there was going to be a Star Wars Battlefront 3 until there wasn't? Well, it's out there. Over on Reddit, someone has found the code to the long-lost game, and it's playable. You have to have an Xbox 360 development kit to get into it, but you can play this game as far as we can tell. Someone needs to give me an Xbox 360 development kit so I can see for myself. You know, so we can be very thorough in our reporting.
Yeah, that's it, Ticket.
As for the current official Star Wars Battlefront, more DLC content is on the way. This week, we got the ability for players to create private matches and support for the new multiplayer modes in the Tatooine survival map, plus Hoth outfits for Luke and Han. But the real news, the Death Star DLC.
This is madness.
DICE has revealed that the Death Star is coming this fall, along with Outer Rim and Bespin DLC content. The packs are free if you have a season pass, but if you don't, you'll still be able to buy them as standalone downloads for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And there's a rumor, just a rumor, that Electronic Arts may be developing a sequel to Republic Commando, again on Reddit, so take it for what it's worth. A user claims to have details on Imperial Commandos, set to be announced at E3 this June, with a release date of November 2017. Again, this is rumor. We've reached out to Electronic Arts to see if we can verify anything, and we'll let you know if we get additional official details. No big Oscar love for Star Wars, but the Casting Society of America announced nominees for their annual RTOS Awards to be given out January 21st. These are awards recognizing excellence in casting. The Force Awakens nominated in the big budget drama category, along with Bridge of Spies, Mad Max Fury Road, Spotlight, and Straight Outta Compton. And finally, congratulations are in order. Daisy Ridley picking up an Oscar Wilde Award. These are given out by the nonprofit US-Ireland Alliance to recognize the contributions of the Irish in film and television. Yes, she's British, but she's got some Irish ancestry, so it counts. J.J. Abrams will MC the event, which will take place on February 25th. Ridley will be honored along with James Corden, Sarah Green, and the band Snow Patrol. Those are your salacious crumbs for this week. If you like how we serve them up, then give us a thumbs up. Of course, we also like it when you share with others. Make sure you subscribe. More video goodness is on the way from Sci-Fi for Me TV. And there's also Sci-Fi for Me Radio, now on podcast.com, available through iTunes or your player of choice. We're on the social media, at least the ones that count these days. And if you'd like to help us with more than just your well wishes and viewer numbers, we've got a campaign on patreon.com where you can pledge your support. Don't forget to check out the latest news over at sci-fi4me.com, your portal to the science fiction multiverse. And we'll be back with more Star Wars news on the next Salacious Crumbs.